Hi, Bailee and Kevin. How are you?
Hi, Leora. Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So I don't know much, but this much I do. This movie and your heartfelt performances, they just brought me so much comfort, and I know they will to so many people around the world. So thank you.
Thank you. I love what you just did there. That was a nice little nod to the movie.
Thank you. So tell me, for both of you, what did you like best about working with each other?
I think for me, it was how easy it was to bounce ideas off of Bailee. I definitely feel like the way we worked together was very collaborative, and I'm thankful to you, Bailee. So uh, just how easy it was to bounce those ideas off of you. And I think we just wanted what was best for not only the film, but Will and Avery's relationship. So through those conversations, we were able to achieve what I think is an ideal scenario for the pictures.
Yeah, it was a joy for me to get to work with Kevin. I had met him years prior, and he was on a show, and so he talks about this himself, but it's really evident in anyone who was able to watch him and his performance. I could tell how excited he was to get to kind of delve into a completely different world and showcase new sides of him that he hadn't been given a chance to show yet as an actor with his roster of work. And so for me, it was a joy to get to see him every day, wanting to take those risks and wanting to try new things out. And I feel like he found so many different levels of himself as a human and also as an actor through filming. So as a friend and as a partner in the acting world, it was a real joy.
So I read that there were some epic Mario Kart showdowns in Jabril's trailer during downtime. So we all know that Avery is a bit competitive, but did those games or some of the games in the movie get a bit competitive?
They got a bit competitive. Yeah. At first it was just the guys playing Mario Kart, but
We were invited.
they
Me and
think
Kat were invited in the trailer, but that's okay because Kat and I did DIY trailer makeovers on our time off. So I was hanging twinkle lights and Polaroids. We were like the spa, and then they were like the bro cave. So it was the best of both worlds for the cast.
definitely.
I feel like John Hughes would approve.
Yeah,
I'm a
good.
huge
That's
fan of
cool.
John Hughes. Huge fan of
Yeah.
John Hughes, especially growing up in Chicago. I'd hope so.
Yeah. So what were some of your favorite memories from making this movie?
I think making the movie in general was just such a special experience. A musical movie is not a traditional movie in that way. It feels like we're almost intercutting a bunch of independent music videos and forming one consistent, cohesive picture. And I had never done any kind of project like that before. And it was just so new and so exciting. And I'd be really looking forward to doing it again, bigger and better, maybe next time.
Yeah, it was simply a joy all around. I would say, the friendships formed in so many different levels. I mean, our director Roman White, our producers Alan and Steve and Gabe. I mean, the entire team are now dear friends, and I was able to produce with them. And so I think having that partnership as a 21-year-old now, going forward, it was like I've learned so much by them. But I think there were little moments like starting dance rehearsals and then watching us. I felt like a proud friend because there were times where it would take us, 30 minutes in the beginning to learn one move. And by the end of filming, we'd all be like, you've got this, Kat, you've got this, Kevin. And like the friendship that was formed when we were like trying, able to pick up these new moves, like just to watch each other grow and to have gotten to grow together in this very new landscape for all of us. Those moments were always so priceless.
So if it's okay, I'd like to do a brief game of a week away, 5 minutes. So,
I love the game. Okay.
You played 5 minutes before, but only within the context of the film. So
yeah. So first thing that comes to your mind, favorite song in the movie?
Awesome God Only Knows mashup.
Kevin?
never.
Okay, favorite.
Oh. What did he say? What
That's
song?
the best thing ever. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Super
Cool.
Okay, favorite moment of each other's in the movie?
Oh, I love Kevin's entire sequence when Avery leaves him on the road. I'll be honest. I think he just shines. He shines so bright in it. I do. I get goosebumps every time. That whole scene is brilliant.
I'll choose a funny moment for Avery's character. There are a lot of great dramatic moments for Bailee, but I always think it's pretty funny when Avery and Presley are walking up the stairs with their suitcases and falling over. I just always thought that was funny.
Like that. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that.
Okay. So, favorite movie that you love as much as George loves Ferris Bueller?
The Breakfast Club.
Notting Hill. Notting Hill. Oh, Notting Hill.
Good one. Yep.
Good.
Yep. Favorite compliment that you got on set?
You got it.
I wore a shirt that said "Too blessed to be stressed," and people thought it was a nice shirt, so they'd say, "Hey, nice shirt." But I didn't realize that I was wearing a shirt that said "Too blessed to be stressed." I was like, "Why is everyone saying I'm too blessed to be stressed?" So I don't know if that's compliment, but
How long did it take you to realize that?
I think like 3 hours.
3 hours.
Realized that. I was like,
Brilliant.
"Oh."
Biggest compliment. I guess anytime that someone wasn't upset at, the singing or the dancing, that was a compliment.
Okay, so shows or movies that you've been watching lately that you've been really into?
Love The Office. I'm late to the party, really late to the Scandal party, but love that in quarantine. And the Great British, the Great British Bake Off, like that whole show. I have a good time watching it.
I've been really into certain directors. I'm doing a Tarantino binge, The Hateful Eight, Kill Bill, Volume 1 and 2. James Cameron, I watched the first few of his Terminator movies because I wanted to see those again. Ridley Scott's Alien, Alien Covenant, some of those remakes. I've been really into certain directors lately, and I try to stay consistent.
Okay, favorite scene partner of all time that's not each other?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Can I list off just a couple fast names?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Okay. Katie Holmes, adore her, beautiful inside and out. Bette Midler. I'm just gonna do ladies right now because all the guys are amazing. I'll do ladies. Bette Midler, Jen Aniston, and I adore Christina Hendricks as well.
I thought it was really cool. I got an opportunity to work with Adam Sandler at one point, and I had met him before we worked together. So getting to know him a bit better as well. And then I also worked with Kristen Chenoweth, who kind of brought me into this role that I didn't even know I was good for at the time. But she was kind of like a motherly figure to me during this particular project. And they're just both great people. I enjoyed working with them.
And it's in the movie, so I have to ask celebrity crush.
Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones.
I had a conversation with my boyfriend about this last night, and he said he's fine if I mention Ryan Reynolds as long as he's also included. So my boyfriend is in fan and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Those are great.
And then heroes in your daily life and in the industry.
My mom and my sister, daily life. And I get to work with Mrs. Obama, Michelle Obama, at times for her Better Make Room initiative, and I just think she's what a beautiful light to have in this day and age to grow up and watch.
I'm gonna go with two of my favorite musicians, Paul McCartney, because the fact that he's still releasing music and is still so on top of it and relevant. Like I was just listening to a new song that he released 2 weeks ago, and I mean the guy's had a 4 or 5 decade career. So he's definitely one of my heroes musically, and Peter Gabriel as well, because I love how he incorporates like orchestra vibes and strings and piano into a lot of his music. I've always been a huge fan.
And finally, what do you hope people take away from this movie?
You go, Bailee.
I'm gonna let you go, Kevin. We're very polite with 5-minute game, five question game.
I would hope that the younger kids who haven't explored their faith feel comfortable to finally ask questions. I think as they get older and they start to experience and live more life, some of those questions will arise naturally. But I would just hope that this movie is a good opportunity and a good catalyst to initiate those questions that they may finally ask.
I agree, and I think the hope as well is that after over a year now, such a long time for the whole world right now with everything that we're going through, I would hope that in a time where we are desperately holding on to the idea of hope and light and friendships and family and love, that for the hour and a half that you sit down with us, when you turn off that movie, that you're able to feel this sense of joy and love and community. And I do believe that there's so many messages kind of sprinkled out throughout the film, and hopefully whoever's watching will feel as if there's something that was meant for them in there, and then they can take that wherever they'd like to take it.
Thank you so much, Bailee and Kevin. God bless. Thank you for your art.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Laura.
much.
God bless
Thanks
you.
for the great